But with the going on in Miami, bro. So as we running,
the Men in Black, like the real Men in Black.
Yeah, I've seen like
Bone chilling. It is. They look like Slender Man.
It was a hotel. For the hotel
yeah.
that like reported like a UFO or
it's
they
like
saw
the surveillance footage them walking in.
These two dudes that look, they're almost 7 feet tall, bald, no eyebrows. They're wearing the same black suit.
Yeah.
They walked in and everyone, and so it was like, ooh.
So if the Men in Black were real, you would say they're not a part of our government. They would be aliens posing as.
No. I think
eyebrows.
there's sects of our government that we don't know about.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like dark, deep stuff. That
I completely agree with
stuff
that.
Like MK Ultra stuff.
Yeah.
How we never knew about that.
That's a legit thing that really happened.
Like they would give these people acid,
put them in a room, and just see what happens.
That was our government.
Yeah, and seeing if they could literally mind control.
All of this has happened, and then you meet people that are on like the opposite side of the spectrum from us, where it's like trust the government, all this stuff. And it's like I'm gonna have some reservations about whatever they're putting out right now because maybe it's acid.
Right.
Hi guys, welcome to ParaWomen Radio. I'm Amy. Welcome to the Highly Strange Daze podcast on ParaWomen Radio. We are going to be, as you might have guessed, talking about the alien incident in Miami that happened on January 1st, 2024. And with me, I have Miss Shannon. Hi, Shannon. How are you?
Hi, Amy. I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good. It's cold. All right. I'm cold.
Oh, yeah. I think it's 3 degrees up here in Michigan right now.
Oh, well, I don't know. I think it's somewhere in the 40s or 50s, but it might as well be 3 degrees in Florida when it gets in the 40s and 50s. It's freezing.
Oh, yeah. You guys aren't used to it, so definitely.
No, my nose is cold.
Oh.
Everybody's probably feeling so sorry for me living in Florida and being cold.
Well, my heart's not breaking too hard, so.
Yeah, I know. So, what are you thinking about this alien incident? And it's cold, so it's hard for me to put the baby bird in the back room because it's cold back there, so you might hear him.
Oh, okay.
Chiming in.
That's fine. I have cats that want to go outside, but I won't let them because it's 3 degrees out, and so you might hear, meow, let me out in the background.
Animal demands. Okay.
Right.
So what did you think about when you heard about the alien incident in Miami?
At first I thought, oh, people are just making too much of it. But the more that I researched, the more that I thought that there might be something going on.
Mm-hmm. Me too. I found this video. Let me share it and get it up. And it has UAP expert Jeremy Corbell, and he's going to explain. I haven't watched it yet. I like to watch things fresh when I do the lives, just so I can give my own fresh commentary. So I'm thinking he's going to explain everything to us, and I'm hoping I'm right.
Probably.
Okay.
And I follow him on Instagram and social media platforms. He has really opened the eyes of many to UAPs, which previously called UFOs, and he's got tremendous footage. And most recently, we played it earlier in the show.
What do you feel about them calling them UAPs instead of UFOs? I always forget of I always forget UAP.
I don't even know what that means.
Unidentified. I knew it. I don't know it right now.
Is it alien?
Alien. I don't know. Google it I'll Google it while this plays, and I'll tell you what it means.
The UAP that was flying over the Persian Gulf. That may or may not have been a camera smudge. Who knows? But there were thermal videos, and this thing appeared to keep changing color. And Jeremy, I'm being told that you have more video dropping today of the Persian Gulf UAP.
Yeah, a little bit of that was conflated, and I want to address the camera smudge thing. So I initially released through this series UFO Revolution that I did with Tubi, this first set of videos. And
okay, so it's unidentified aerial phenomenon.
Oh.
Yeah. This is ParaWomen Radio, and I'm Amy, and with me I have Shannon, and we're talking about Men in Black, in particular the incident that happened on January 1st at a Miami mall. Large shadow-like aliens were reported. If you could give this live a thumbs up, helps us dance out into the algorithm and bring more people back to the party. It's just a free way to help our podcast out, and it's really, really, really nice of you to do if you could do that for us.
And that was, we're calling the jellyfish UFO because it's so bizarre looking. And that's the one where, all the debunkers come out. They don't want it to be real. Look, it's not my video. It's from our military, from an incursion from a base deemed UAP or UFO by our intelligence agencies. A camera smudge? No. And by the way, you can actually see it rotate. So now people are analyzing it. So let's throw away these ridiculous things to try to dismiss it and say, what is it that was causing that incursion? What is this object? They deemed it UAP. But I also, just today, and in the third episode, I think at Tubi, when they dropped it, there's another image over the Persian Gulf, like you said. We call that the chandelier UAP. And I call it that because our intelligence agencies dubbed it that within their files. So none of this should be public. But lucky enough, I was able to obtain and release those videos and images.
No.
I feel like I have seen these floating black UFO UAPs before. Have you?
I have not, but my late husband talked about an incident in Salt Lake that sounds a lot like this.
Did he experience it, or was it just something he had heard of?
He experienced it. He and his former girlfriend were sitting on a patio at a restaurant, eating and drinking, and all of a sudden they noticed this thing floating down the street right next to the restaurant. And they watched it go down the street until it disappeared. And there was nothing said about it.
Did it do, because I feel like people are like, well, it's garbage bags or it's weather balloons or, did he like comment on, and it wasn't garbage bags, it wasn't anything like that, or did?
Oh yeah. He said it was definitely otherworldly, I guess. Alien.
Like
he thought it was an alien.
They're doing it. They're blatantly doing it to us now, and people are still saying, nope, not happening.
Yeah.
Because I do have video of the police official of what went on. So, but I have to stop this video every so often for fair play use. So if there's anything you want me to, if you want to say anything and you want me to stop it, just say, can you stop it? And I'll stop it for you. Okay.
Oh, okay. I wondered why. That's cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, Jeremy, you also mentioned that since this is military video, I think in the original video that you posted, you said that the military wasn't able to get any target locks on this jellyfish, and that changing in color is thermal, so this thing is constantly changing temperature.
Yes.
And with regards to the
That's
UAP,
what a lot of people said, that it was they were constantly changing color, and it was almost like they were going invisible to visible. They were like doing that kind of flashing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Mike said that his glowed. It glowed as it went down the street.
It almost sounds like it's a glow, like a spark off and on kind of glow they were saying that it was doing. But these did he say it was black, or was it?
No, but he described it similar to a jellyfish.
Jellyfish. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
over the Persian Gulf that submerged for a little bit and then shot up and disappeared. What happened there?
So again, two separate incidents. We're talking about submerge or transmedium, the ability to go from space to air to sea without any inertial effect. The one that went into the water for 17 minutes and then came out again was what we're calling the jellyfish UFO. That's why we kind of named it that. So that was that first video you're seeing that looks so bizarre. I mean, something out of Star Wars, right? Anyway, that thing did submerge into the water. Not everybody's seen that footage in the intelligence community. It was shut down. It was locked down. It was confiscated. Little portions have been out within the intelligence community, but that part does exist. And I have firsthand direct witnesses to that event series. Other people will come forward. That's the hope. Other people will come forward with their information about this. I mean, it'd be great if our government and intelligence agencies released the full footage, because it's astounding.
Let's move this forward and get it to where they're talking
like
about
a cloud looks like
Miami.
Okay.
I put the link, as always, in the description to all the videos that we watch. So, and we never watch them in the entirety, so you can go and watch them on your own in the entirety. Because sometimes people get upset and they're like, play it all the way through. And it's like, I can't.
It's a flight safety issue. So he goes down there and they bust out these like mummy looking aliens that are probably made of cake. And people hate it when I say that, but come on. And so
things that arrives across your desk where 50 police officers are chasing around what looked like an alien or a teenager with a substantive shadow. Is this one of those
teenager with a shadow at night?
Right.
Things that arrives across your desk, or does it have any veracity?
Yeah. So none of it is kook stuff. What you're seeing is not anything to do with UFOs, aliens, anything like that. But what you're seeing is in popular culture, people are so interested in this. It shows such this just veracity, this kind of hunger for this information about this, because people know they've been lied to about UFOs because people are seeing them. But no, that event, within 2 minutes, you could go on and understand that was an orchestrated deception, campaign by ourselves, just by, people reposting.
People are changing their story on it now. There was one guy that was like, he seemed completely credible, and now he's saying it didn't happen.
Yeah, he was saying I wasn't even in Miami.
Yeah. That's what sucks about it all, is like people do lie about this stuff. So
yeah, but did he lie, or did they get to him?
Yeah, did they get to him? That's what we're going to be talking about, the Men in Black. Did they get to him?
Oh,
that is unfortunately.
Okay, so let's move on. So this guy is saying that it didn't happen.
The aliens, or is he saying that the way the police said it happened didn't happen?
I don't know. Let's listen more. I thought he was saying it didn't happen, that it was orchestrated by, we want to believe this, and so we created this. But let's see what he says.
What do we make of the dichotomy of people who are so desperate to believe and desperate to believe these conspiracy theories, and yet when our own government acknowledges UAPs, and you've made the distinction, UAPs don't generally mean intelligent extraterrestrial life. It just means that this is something unidentified. What do you make of our inability to process those hard truths when they tell us these things? Because it kind of thumbs its nose in deities.
I feel like that's the only thing that I think Trump did for us. Is that he brought back space back into the forefront and made it possible for those who would never believe that there were aliens, that they like, oh, maybe there are aliens. Or
because they think that Trump is an alien.
Maybe he's trying to throw us off the scent. If he's an alien, he's definitely a reptilian.
Oh God, yes.
Mm.
And conventional science.
Yeah, well, I mean, within your question is the answer right there. UFOs has always been kind of loosely associated with this idea of conspiracy, but that was something that was implemented. Nothing to see here, move on. That was implemented, and there's documentation of this. When you see how our intelligence agencies decided how the American public and global public was supposed to look at UFOs. They didn't want people asking questions. There were flyovers of Washington, D.C. of UFOs. Fighter jets were scrambled. That was in 1952. And there was this event where they were like, okay, nothing to see here, move on. Serious people don't take this seriously. So when you said the word conspiracy, that's exactly how you've been programmed from the beginning about UFOs. The problem is UFOs is not a conspiracy. It's either true or it's not true. And again, there's a preposterous preponderance of evidence that it is true. And it's not just people telling you that now. This is not Uncle Jim on the farm looking up and saying he was abducted. Now what you have is fighter pilots having near misses, catching it on radar, on thermal, on infrared, locking their weapon systems, even UFOs having incursions in a base like that footage that I released, and sometimes even enabling and disabling our nuclear armaments, both in Russia, here in the US. Those are documented cases that people have gotten through Freedom of Information Act requests. So here's the point, man. The DIA studies this. They've been studying it with taxpayer money. Every intelligence agency on planet Earth takes this seriously to the point of higher than weapons of mass destruction as far as the threat. And that's not just something I'm saying. I know that to be true. So that's the deal, is that this is a topic that our intelligence agencies have taken seriously for a long time. Now the American public is starting to realize these.
So I feel like he's saying that this wasn't an actual event, but that the American public is clamoring and they want the truth.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. This guy here talks about the incident and gets footage of the actual incident and of the people who are talking about the incident. If you could give this live a thumbs up, helps us dance out into the algorithm, bring more people back. It's just a free way to help our channel out, and it's really appreciated. This is Highly Strange Days on ParaWomen Radio with Amy and Shannon.
Nobody had time to create an illusion like this. If this is captured on that same day, it really brings a lot of substance to what we're looking at. I'm not sure, Dr. J, have you seen this footage of this shadowy?
Rockstar better put this in GTSX, bro.
Maybe
Mike,
it
if you
almost
agree.
looks like 11 feet. This thing's huge.
Damn.
Walking.
10 feet minimum. I think that's some
Okay,
fantastic.
so this is what they're saying. Can you see my pointer right there? Right here. I'm not on the page.
Oh, yep, I do. I see it now. I had to take off my glasses.
This right here is the really tall alien.
Oh.
And I knew more
And that
would
is-
come out.
Or
oh wow.
Or a teenager with a tall shadow.
Again, getting up close footage is going to
Yeah.
be difficult considering people said their cameras didn't work, almost as if like an EMP was
That's
going
him
up,
doing
which
that. I
makes
didn't
sense because
all that.
30
Damn, that it looks like that's the big homie Shaq, though. What'd you guys make of it? He's 10 feet tall, though. I mean, holy.
30,000 people
Half of the tree.
supposedly lose power after this incident happened. But the point is, I expect more footage to come out like this. You're absolutely right. This looks taller than 10 feet.
There
And
it is
all
right
the-
there.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? They're saying that's a teenager or two police officers walking together. I've heard that too.
Yeah, I don't buy that.
I don't either. And I'm not somebody who I'm somebody who wants to debunk stuff, but I mean, how is that? Okay, so this is the light, city light.
Mm-hmm.
And those are, how tall would you say those usually are?
Oh,
Like 30,
I don't know. 30?
30 feet? Yeah, 30, I'd say. And so this is like halfway, so, or not quite halfway. So yeah, they're saying 10, 11, 12 feet tall.
Wow.
where you can't see the feet well, it kind of looks the way it's
Wait for it, guys. Another clip coming up.
head bobbing is bobbing. It's walking kind of funny, right? It doesn't
It's not walking. They said they floated. They didn't. It didn't walk. They floated.
Yeah, and
I mean,
and
what if it's just
something else I saw, I read was that when they seem to be chasing the crowd, that they would vanish and then reappear closer.
Yeah. And you know, I have a little short video of a guy in the Miami Mall after it happened, and he's like standing there, and then he shows like what they, you know, the video of the creatures, and my heart stopped when I saw it. I was like, oh, that's creepy.
Are you talking about Omar?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay.
right? Just trying to dribble those balls and just trying to get the practice. And this one, guys, it's absolutely wild. It's hilarious. So let's check this out. They have turned.
There are some funny ones too. People where they're like putting obvious aliens in various spots.
This entire situation into a clown show. Roll this.
Down at the end so you can see.
Bro.
There.
Everyone's going this way.
What the hell?
Yo, what is that?
Bro, you filmed this on a potato.
Yeah, okay. There's another clip coming up.
Okay, so again, this woman probably is like, let's say she's a normal height woman. She's probably 5'7", 5'8", 5'9". And she doesn't even come up to their shoulders.
Now, I do have something to say about this particular video. This clip from the actual event. And I say that loosely. If you remember in the in Omar's video that when he talked about the incident, it's an open air mall.
Yeah.
And there's no ceilings.
Yeah.
No ceilings. And there's a ceiling here. So
is there a ceiling though? Let me see.
Now listen, I gotta stress this though. I'm a believer.
But it just cuts off right here because there's not a ceiling, but there's like things that go up and across and attach to
like walkways. And
so I think that's a walkway that we're seeing.
You think, because I'm looking at that brown space.
Yeah, I would say this is a walkway probably up here.
Oh.
I don't know if they walk across, but it's definitely a walkway up here. And if they walk across, it seems like they might put a cap the ceiling, like not just show not have something above you when you're walking.
Oh, maybe, but Omar said that he couldn't find anything that matched up to this video as he walked through the mall.
Let's pop over to Omar then, because I have it queued up almost.
Okay, cool. I like him.
Yeah. So this is a video, you guys, of a guy who actually went to the mall and walked around the space where the video that we just showed you of those 3 shadow creatures. And so this is him.
That's all running in and out of here. They said that people that were trying to record their phones.
Okay, so we can go back a little bit and see.
Ever, and that's crazy for as many kids I saw running in and out of here. They said that
right
people
here, see the above the walkway.
Oh yeah, look at that.
It looks like there is something there.
Yeah, and it does look kind of tanny brown underneath.
Yeah, I've got this weird spatial thing that happens when I look up into the sky. I feel like gravity is sucking me up. It's just a weird thing. And so if I probably wouldn't be able to walk. I think that's why bridges scare me so bad. I probably wouldn't be able to walk across that bridge if it didn't have something above my head.
Oh.
Even talking about it, I'm getting this weird feeling. I don't know what it is. I've talked to some people and they understand what I'm talking about. Like I can't lie on my back and look up at the stars for too long because I get dizzy. I start getting dizzy. It's a weird feeling.
Maybe you're being called back to your home planet.
No, I think also we had this big wall that we used to play on as kids, and I fell off of it once. And
oh yeah, that'll do it.
Like probably 8 feet up, and I was just a little kid, and I think that has something to do with it too.
Probably.
Yeah.
Trying to record, their phones were shutting off. Okay, so we're getting really close to the area where they saw that portal open up. It was right over here.
Okay, so you can see that there's no opening right here because you can see a palm tree. So there must be no opening on. There's probably business.
See, that tells me that there is an opening because they can see
There
the
is
palm
an
tree from out
opening
there.
here. Right
Yeah.
here, there is an opening, but there wasn't.
Oh
an
yeah, I see
opening.
what you mean.
Maybe in some spots it's completely open like that, and others it's not.
Okay, so I'm standing in the general area where these kids allegedly opened up some sort of portal, and there was dozens of witnesses.
They had this little box, like a little DVD player type thing, right? Somebody plugged this shit in and
guy.
it started flickering. I was over here on the top. I was up here on the top of the level. They were down here, and I was watching them from over here. Okay, so it started flickering, and it was flicking the rows of lights right here. All these lights were flickering. Then it started popping. When it started popping, everybody from over here started running this way to see, because everybody was nosy. And as soon as it started popping, this thing started glowing, and it started going like a force field. Woo, 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 woo. Started glowing, and it looked like somebody put a foot out like that. And then somebody put a hand out like that. And then all you
I
see
kept
was
having to stop it because that creeps me out. Someone put a foot out, and I heard the broom, when that sound you hear when people goes through the force field. Broom.
this. All you see was like this, an image like that. That's all I seen. This was all glowing, so it was bright. This was the dark thing that I thought I seen come out.
Okay, when I first was listening to this, I thought he was kind of trolling at first, but you could hear the fear in his voice that what he was saying was legit. I mean, what would you do? You saw something so crazy, you can't pick up your phone to record it because your phone's just tripping out. And I mean, all you have is
I think that I would be frozen. I think, but I don't know. Because I have ran towards problems instead of running away from them. I just feel like I might be frozen if something like that happened.
I think I would be too. I would be too interested to leave and know what's good for me.
Yeah, I fear that would be my my fate as well.
your story. Let's ask with the spirit box. You know what? I'm going to ask here, and I'm also going to ask there, because this is the general area where that portal supposedly, allegedly opened up. Now, this is great. There's no music. There's nobody walking around, nobody talking.
So there is a cover, but there's holes in the cover.
Yeah.
So,
Amy, I low-key want to go to this mall someday.
I do too. And I'm in Florida, and I'm thinking like trip to Miami, maybe?
Yeah.
Whatever we pick up on this machine is going to be just 100%. Now, if you don't know what this is a simple voice recorder. They started returning these to the store because it started picking up voices from another world, and it was terrifying people. And this is why it's so common and so expensive amongst paranormal investigators. Yeah, that's right. This little device right here that looks like a $10 Radio Shack recorder, $3,000. I've seen it even for $4,000 and $5,000 too.
Holy shit. They must have stopped making them.
Okay, one of my fears right now, though,
maybe
is legit opening up another portal, and I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I just want to communicate with whatever's here, and of course, share with you guys what's going on here at the Miami Mall. My name is Omar. Greetings. So a couple days ago, there was a disturbance here where many police officers were called. Can you tell me what happened? Was there a portal that opened up where I'm standing right now? Are you friendly?
I just understood him. I thought he was going to go into these stores, but he pulled out this recorder.
And
Really
getting
curious how that's
tips from ghosts, maybe?
What are the ghosts gonna say?
Playback. We got absolutely nothing. You're not always going to get something on the first try, but I do want to go back to this area because maybe I was in the wrong spot. Now, what a lot of people have claimed also are the coordinates to this mall. If you reverse those coordinates, it reverses itself to Antarctica. People think that maybe the aliens were supposed to be going there. Okay, I'm back in a completely different area. If a portal
that reminds me. I got to find it real quick. I did see a comment about that Antarctica stuff.
They thought they were going to the Antarctica? Oh yes, I have. Let's pop over to this. I have this guy who's talking about the Miami shocking footage that Miami is actually part of the Bermuda Triangle.
Oh.
So
something I saw was they were saying that they were experimenting with transporting people from Antarctica or to Antarctica.
Oh. Wow, it seems like everything that used to be in Star Trek and Star Wars is starting to be true. So you never
heck
know.
yeah. I'd love to be able to teleport.
Yeah. Yeah. I just hope they'd put you back together, right? That's my worry, that something would come back wrong.
Oh, I see this one comment. Please check the coordinates of the portal with the CERN collider and see if there's a mathematical relationship. They are trying to open up a portal to the netherworld, and this could be related to the appearance of alien-type creatures that are predicted to emerge. Good luck.
Oh.
But I did see someone talking about transporting to Antarctica too. But
okay.
A portal to the netherworld.
Yeah, that good luck.
Yeah.
I heard that, and I heard also that it was Florida is actually part of the Bermuda Triangle.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, we'll watch him a little bit more, and then we'll pop over to that, and then we'll start talking about Men in Black.
Close by.
Okay.
What are you? Who are you? Do you come in peace? Airplane flying by right now. All right, here we go. Okay, I'm pretty sure I heard it did.
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that either.
I've used this a lot. A lot of the noises, aka.
I didn't hear that.
I mean, I heard some static.
Yeah.
I don't know that I would say it was sound like a person.
I wouldn't say that either. Some people hear things that and put it on the screen, and then
where exactly is the Bermuda Triangle? Well, technically.
And I thought this was interesting because this is on the History Channel. That in the description. So yeah, they're just showing up everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but I wanted to cap this off with, this is the police's side of the story. Okay.
Oh yeah, I love this. Go ahead.
Actually, let's do this one.
Okay, and now to our #1 trending story on CBSMiami.com.
It involves talk of alien sightings at Bayside Marketplace. On New Year's Day, there was a massive police response in downtown Miami. More than 50 young people armed with sticks began fighting. Police say juveniles were also setting off fireworks, causing chaos.
So now people are posting online saying that police weren't there to handle a group of rowdy teens, but rather 8 to 10 feet tall shadowy aliens. Conspiracy theories are saying a big creature could be seen standing in front of the entrance to the shopping area, Bayside. Today, the phrases Miami Mall and aliens of Miami have been among the top 10 searches on Twitter's trending
so strange because it doesn't look like they're running at all.
tab. Twitter, of course, now called X. And
The-
Google
It
News.
looks like a bunch of robots walking.
Are you talking about the shadow creatures or
No,
the people?
the people outside that they're saying were police officers.
Oh, right.
I know you were here and you felt the gamma radiation coming off of Bayside from the aliens.
Speaking of Ghostbusters,
who came to town to go shopping at Bayside. I mean, if the aliens land in Miami, you know where they're going to go right away. They're going to go right to Bayside. There's a live look on the video monitor right now of Bayside where the aliens landed last week. Now, here's the thing about this story, Roy. It went so viral, it went so crazy that the Miami police have been forced to take to social media to respond to these stories about the Miami aliens. And let me tell you right now, Roy, this is extra suspicious because they deny that there were ever any aliens in Miami. And you know as well as I do.
Don't believe them.
That if there were aliens, this is exactly what the Miami police would say.
Damn right.
Okay.
All right, guys. So just to address a few clips that are going viral on social media right now. First, our response to that big incident in Bayside Marketplace. What happened was there was about 50 or more juveniles that were shooting fireworks at people. There was also some looting going on. So officers that were on that scene were having a little bit of trouble containing it. So they called what is called the citywide 3, which every officer in the city responded. That's why you saw so much police presence for that call to contain that crowd. Now, there is now video going viral of 8 to 10 foot aliens walking around Bayside. Is actually just a person walking with a shadow. So I can confirm.
Just a person walking with a shadow. Nothing to see here, folks.
Oh, right.
This is ParaWomen Radio, and I'm Amy, and today we're talking about the Miami incident. Actually, this is the Highly Strange Daze podcast on ParaWomen Radio. I got to get used to saying that.
Yeah. Can you finish that little clip of that guy? Because I love what he says at the end.
Oh, the police officer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
To you all here today right now that there are no aliens in Miami in Bayside Marketplace at the moment.
At the moment.
That's great. That's perfect. All right, then. At the moment, there are no aliens.
Why would he say that?
I don't know. Why would they say that? Why would they do that to us? Okay, so we're going to switch gears and talk a little bit because, the men in black always show up after.
Oh, yeah.
And so what do you think about the men in black?
To be honest, I never really thought much about them apart from the movies. I just thought it was something fictitious.
Me too. Or I thought it was something governmental, like it feels like there are probably some parts of the government that we don't know about, some really dark parts of the governments.
Oh, well, definitely.
I should say governments, not just our government. So
that picture that you have up there kind of looks like the Blues Brothers.
Yeah, well, I feel like that's what the Men in Black, it's the fun one. You think they're fun guys, and they're just like guys dressed in black and with sunglasses on. This is a video that's been going around that they believe that this is a real Men in Black. Let's watch that.
Okay.
There he is. It's the office gun, so it's obvious that she doesn't feel comfortable. Now watch his hand. He just turns around, puts it down on the counter, points at her. So she goes to her purse, and I paused it right here, and her demeanor, and then they leave.
What do you think? Is that proof of Men in Black?
No. He said that she looked like she was uncomfortable. I'm sorry, I didn't see that.
She looked like she went into a trance to me. I did see that.
Can you replay it?
Yeah.
And I'll take my glasses off and look closer.
Okay. I also don't like that he's whispering, but maybe this is supposed to be some ASMR.
She still hasn't. There he is. It's the office gun, so it's obvious that she doesn't feel comfortable.
So something has happened that she's got the office gun out. Like, you don't just sit with the office gun.
Oh, that's a gun in her hand?
I think it's a gun, isn't it?
Now watch his hand. Watch his hand.
Oh, yeah.
Then she turns around and puts it down.
I don't know what was next. Is that a clip from the office gun?
I don't know.
On the counter, points at her. So she goes to her purse, and I paused
I
it right
can make
here.
it bigger.
And inched her demeanor. And then they leave.
Oops. Okay, let's watch it again and see what's in her hand. Ah, shit. Oh, yeah.
She still hasn't. There he is. It's the office gun, so it's obvious that she doesn't feel comfortable. Now watch his hand. Watch his hand. Then she turns around and puts it down on the counter, points at her. So she goes to her purse, and I paused it right here and inched.
Doesn't she seem like she's in a trance?
Yes. Yes. Now that I've been able to see that clearer. Yes. Oh, wow. Or, it could have been completely staged.
Yeah. Yeah, it does look like, I was going to say too, it does seem like she might be acting a little bit. I saw this from the guys that you like.
I'm right.
They talk a little bit about the Men in Black. So I thought we could watch a little bit of this, unless you have something you want to watch and talk about.
Yeah, I love Shane and Ryan.
Okay, let me get it so that it goes fast. This is ParaWomen Radio, Highly Strange Daze.
Oh, that's Brent. That was the precursor to Shane.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know there was someone before Shane.
Yeah.
Ryan, that's Brent. This week on BuzzFeed Unsolved, we're covering the real-life Men in Black. Are they real? Are they as charming as their Hollywood counterparts?
Watching Men in Black, I never knew it was based on.
That's the thing I'm trying to get at, is they're not as charming as the Men in Black, and they often look stranger than the Men in Black. Like, you can kind of see that guy who walked in that video that we just watched. They always look a little off, like there's something not quite right with them.
Oh, yeah. No, I can see that.
True story.
Today we find out.
I don't know if you remember an interview we did way back when, but I think it was with Christy and I, and we had this woman on that had interviewed a man who had went into a job for the CIA, and he talked about a woman that interviewed him and that, like, she was an alien, because there was something like not right with her. Like, she had a wig on, an ill-fitting wig, like, and what's more is he felt like, hold on a second. He felt like she purposely went in there looking strange. Do you remember that?
I do not.
I replayed it recently, and I was just wondering if you, because that seems to be, they like purposely look a little off.
The Men in Black are typically described as wearing black suits, being expressionless, cold, sinister, and in some cases inhuman. The Men in Black seem to only talk to two kinds of people: those who claim to have seen a UFO and those who research UFOs. They present themselves as part of a secret organization, sometimes even producing a white card with a crest and the word security on it. And in some cases, they refer to each other by number rather than name. They threaten and scare people into remaining silent about their UFO encounters and or research. Think of them as the cleaners of the extraterrestrial universe.
How much black do they actually wear? Do they look like the Men in Black that we see in the movies?
We'll get into what they really look like later.
Once they pull apart their skin and the alien comes out.
Now to the basics. Here are, in my opinion, the most terrifying reports of encounters with the Men in Black. The first ever recorded experience with the Men in Black came from Harold Dahl in June 1947. Harold Dahl was out on his boat in the Puget Sound where he claimed he saw 6 giant donut-shaped objects in the sky. One of the objects fell apart, spilling debris that killed his dog and injured his son. He took photos of the debris, but said they were later fogged over by a man in black who told him not to speak of the incident.
They had donuts in 1947? How old are donuts?
What?
He said he saw donut-shaped objects in the sky.
That's what you were thinking of when I was telling you the story. His fucking dog died.
Yeah.
When does he think donuts were invented?
The next incident
I
was
don't
from
know.
Robert Richardson in 1967.
Sometimes people that are younger say really strange things.
Yes, they do.
Robert Richardson reported that he collided with a UFO while driving at night in Toledo, Ohio. On impact, the object vanished. Richardson took home a small lump of metal that he believed was from the UFO. A week later, Richardson said he was visited by 2 men in black suits. He said the 2 men asked for the piece of metal from the site, but when Richardson informed them that he had turned it over for testing, they threatened him. Quote, "If you want your wife to stay as pretty as she is, then you'd better get the metal back." End quote. Richardson never heard from the men again and still has no idea how they knew about the metal.
Why didn't he go to the police? Why did he search on the internet? What do I do?
I think he may have gone to the police. There is no internet, by the way. It's 1967. He probably just searched. However people searched back then. I don't know. Fucking
Encyclopedias.
The next encounter happened in New Jersey.
Remember when you used to didn't have Google? I remember when we didn't have Google and we were just all asking each other questions.
Yeah, I was just talking about that recently with my boyfriend Chad. And I said we had encyclopedias, and that's
and we weren't allowed to check them out of the library, so you had to go to the library and sit.
Oh goodness, yes.
In 1968, Jack Robinson, a UFO researcher, and his wife Mary were terrorized by a man in black that would stand across the street from their apartment building. They reported their apartment appeared to be rummaged through, and after seeing the strange man
So
for 3
being a Scorpio, I'm a highly suspicious person. Have you ever looked around yourself and wondered if you were being followed by anyone?
No,
I have.
Not up to this point, but I too am a Scorpio. So thank you for planting that in my head, Amy.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
UFO stuff is like the stuff that scares me the most. Like I don't even get as scared with ghosts as I do UFO stuff.
Oh yeah,
3 days in a
definitely.
row, their friend Timothy Green Beckley decided to get a closer look and managed to snap a picture. This is a rare instance of a reported MIB caught on camera.
How do we know he's actually dressed in black if it's a black and white picture?
So
Could be
he
a dark
was
navy.
the doubter before Shane.
Yes, yep. He and I think he passed away.
Who did? Oh, this guy did? Oh.
Brent.
Aw.
Yeah, I don't know if that's why he left the show or if he later passed away, but I'm pretty sure he passed away. But it's great because Shane and Ryan together are
Yeah, they have good
chef's
chemistry.
kiss.
Yeah, they have good chemistry.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to get to the point where they, what
These
they
next
look
encounters I'm going to go over are a little more bizarre and offer much stranger implications. On September 11th, 1976, Dr. Herbert Hopkins, a doctor living in Maine, was studying a UFO incident when he reportedly got a phone call from a man who identified himself as a representative of a New Jersey UFO organization. The man asked if Dr. Hopkins was alone and if they could review research. Dr. Hopkins agreed, and by the time he hung up the phone and turned on the lights outside, Dr. Hopkins claimed the man was somehow already coming up the stairs to his door. Hopkins' description of the man is the most horrifying yet. The man wore a neatly tailored black suit, was bald with no eyebrows or eyelashes, and had smooth, dead white plastic skin like a doll. His lips were ruby red, and his speech was expressionless and monotone as if you were hearing a machine.
Question.
Oh, God.
That's another thing that I hear a lot about. Like their voices is like robotic, tinny type voice.
Yeah, well, maybe they're just like recovering from cancer.
Maybe that's what they are. They're just robots that the aliens have created. Because I saw this sports game where it was just a bunch of robots, like it was just filled with robots, and they were like they can move and walk like us now, but you can tell there's just something off. Maybe that's what they are.
Oh, maybe.
He's pale, really tight fake skin. But the thing they choose to make real is the ruby red lips. They put all their technology into making those lips super realistic.
That's
But the
what
rest
I
of
think is weird is like with other technology, but then this other guy said it's almost like they want to make us feel uncomfortable.
encounters like this, if they were real, they would not be this interesting.
If in the off chance this actually happened, how shitty would that be? If you tell a story, no one's going to believe you first off. And second off, you're going to look like a crazy person.
It's a
This next
shitty
encounter
feeling
is
when
with someone
people
you
don't
probably
believe
know. Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah.
In January 2002, Dan Aykroyd sold a TV show called Out There to the Sci-Fi Network that would break serious ground on a wide range of topics in the alien media landscape. In the middle of conducting further interviews for the show, Dan stepped outside for a break where he reported seeing a black Ford sedan appear suddenly across the street. Dan reports that one large man in black got out of the car and gave Dan a dirty look. Dan said he looked away for a brief second, and when he turned back, the car was gone. 2 hours after the car disappeared, Dan was given bad news from the producers of the show. Dan said, quote, "We were told we were not to continue taping, and the show was canceled, and none of them would air," end quote.
Why is it not the...
So even Dan Aykroyd.
They got to Dan.
They got to Dan. I'll put the links to all those videos in the description below. What do you think?
I mean, I believe Dan Aykroyd. I don't think Dan's gonna lie.
Yeah, I believe Dan too.
And why would they? If they'd already made some episodes and they just canceled it, all that money gone to waste. Why would they do that?
Yeah, Hollywood doesn't usually do stuff like that.
I would have watched that show. There's no reason to cancel that.
And how did William Shatner get the show put? Like, his show is almost like what Dan... Didn't Dan do a show like that? I thought he did do a show that had all that weird stuff in it. Or maybe it's a radio show he does, or a podcast.
Maybe. I don't know about William Shatner, though. No one says no to Shatner.
Yeah, no one does. And also, William Shatner and then Art Bell always said that he had people doing weird things to him.
But there are so many shows out there that talk about aliens and things like that. So why target Dan Aykroyd? Leave him alone.
Yeah. Well, maybe it was, I don't know. I'm surprised, but yeah. Maybe it was like back in the 80s or 90s or something.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Before Shatner broke the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
For and Art Bell, he broke the ceiling too. He suffered, that poor guy.
I don't know who that is.
Art Bell, he was that newspaper or radio guy. I can't think of the name of it. He was the host of the Dark Side.
Yes, I know what you mean now. I've listened to that in the past.
Something else, and then another guy took it over. Do you remember the original name of it? I'm sure.
I do not, but I remember listening to it at night.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was like the precursor for all of our podcasts.
It's right on the tip of my. Anyway, you guys, if you guys coast to coast, that's it.
Oh, yeah. That's exactly what it was.
And it was only when there used to be AMF. Well, is there still? There's only AM FM, but it was on the AM side, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he supposedly had one day we should do a podcast on him. He had a really rough life. They like really tormented him.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think people that get too close get tormented.
Probably.
That's how you know when you're close. You get tormented.
Yeah, I can see that. So maybe Dan Aykroyd had filmed something that was too close.
Yeah.
Poor Dan.
Yeah, poor Dan. Do you have anything else you want to add to the Men in Black?
No, actually not.
I don't have anything else either.
I did more research on the Miami incident, to be honest.
Oh, do you want to talk more about the Miami, or are you good with the Miami?
Oh, I think I'm good. I think we touched on everything that I wanted to touch on.
Okay, guys. So this has been episode 2 of the Highly Strange Daze podcast. We are 420 friendly, and so after this podcast, we are going to start having an after show or before show party on Patreon to talk about the 420 of the day. We don't have that today, but look for that starting on our next show.
Woohoo!
But I am right now doing a little alien sunset It's called Alien Sunset Sauce in honor of Men in Black.
Are you talking about a food that you're making?
Yeah, it's a food.
Oh.
No, it's not a food. That's the name of it.
Oh, that's the name of your butt of the day.
Yeah, they do come up with really unique names for things.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Okay, so be looking for that as soon as I get our Patreon together and all that good stuff. So Shannon, I had a ton of fun. I always look forward to talking to you.
Oh, I know, this is great. I'm really looking forward to what we can put together in the future. This is fantastic.
Yeah, we're just hitting our stride, guys. So if you have any suggestions, if you have any topics you want us to cover, put it down in the comments and we will for sure do it for you.
Yep.
Okay. So bye, Shannon.
Bye, Amy.
I'll see you is it 2 weeks?
2 weeks, yes.
I'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, guys. So I hope that you like our new podcast. It's the Highly Strange Days. We're going to have the 420 of the day, like what we just talked about, and we're going to talk about strange things. So hopefully you'll like it and you'll come back. Be sure to give this live a thumbs up. Helps us dance out into the algorithm, bring more people back to the party. And if you like our content, please consider subscribing. Today we're coming to you on Facebook. Hi, Facebook. And over on Feel Good University on YouTube. Hi, YouTube. Feel Good University. And we're over on ParaWomen Network on YouTube. Hi, ParaWomen Network. And hi to everybody in the replay. So I'm going to go. If nobody's told you this today, I'm going to tell you it because I truly feel it. I love you and I'm grateful for you. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.